And we're live. Hello, Soul Tribe family, and welcome to Soul Therapy with Lady D. Saturday Night Live. How is everybody this evening? I'm back. The Light Warriors are back, folks. We had to take a little respite, a little rest, a little break because people need that, right? Every so often, people need to take a break. People need to take some time off to rejuvenate. What is it? Refresh, rejuvenize. And it's so funny. Everyone was so worried about me and worried about Sarah and worried about Prince of Peace. And I love you guys for worrying. It's beautiful that you guys worry, but all is well. It's just that when you are an intuitive empath, when you're a psychic, as you all are in the chat, everyone who's watching now or probably in the replay, you're all empaths, you're all intuitive. That means that you're very open. And when you're very open, you're very susceptible to attacks and energy. And folks, I do readings on all of you guys. I do readings on people all day long. And I don't think people really, unless you do it, unless you channel, unless you are a reader or you work with energy, if you do any type of spiritual work, you have to realize that it kicks your ass. And so every so often, it's a good idea to take some time. It's just, very necessary. So before we get into the nitty gritty of tonight, first and foremost, I want to say I've missed you all, but I just took a vacation. Everyone needs a vacation. Thank you for worrying about me, but there was no big conspiracy. Everyone was fine. Secondly, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. You guys are so wonderful. You really made me feel very, very special yesterday. Thank you very much. I had a crappy, shitty birthday, but that's okay. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to get back on the horse, and I don't even want to talk about that because whatever you focus on and speak about, you expand, and I don't want to expand on that. Let's just say that catching the last part of the Prince of Peace and Sarah on the Light Warrior Network last night and chatting with all of you and you sending me all your birthday love helped me get out of my birthday funk. And let's face it, folks, it's a cabal holiday, really. It just gives it birthdays. It's nice to feel special on the day that you were born, but the fact is that we should really feel special every day of the year because we are God's children, so therefore we are all special, right? And I think I read somewhere or heard somewhere that birthdays, we shouldn't be celebrating birthdays. Birthdays were cabal because it makes us older. It keeps us in that like time matrix. I could be wrong. I don't know. All right. So anyways, what else? Okay, what other housekeeping do I need to go over tonight? Oh, so this is the last week of my first ever tarot reading class. Okay, my class has been going phenomenal. The people that have been taking my class, they are phenomenal. They're such good tarot readers. I'm going to be starting up again the first week in March. So if you're interested in being a participant in my March tarot reading class, I will put my email in the description of this video. It is a 4-week intensive class. We meet every Wednesday night at 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. It is 2 hours each week for 4 weeks. If there is a month that there's 5 weeks, we will take that week off. I go, and it is with me, Lady D. I teach your class every week, and it's with me via Zoom. And we practice, and I go over, and I train you to do tarot readings. And let me tell you, it is very, very hands-on. I think the first class I might have done lectures for the first hour, and ever since then, every week, I give you assignments, and you practice. We practice reading and practice and practice and practice and practice, because that's how you become a great tarot reader. Anyone can learn definitions. Anyone can regurgitate definitions. What makes you a good tarot reader is practice, right? Anyone can go to school to be any type of have any type of career, right? A doctor can go to medical school, but do you really want him to perform surgery on you unless he's had lots of practice, right? So it's practice, practice, practice. So if you're interested in that, I will be starting those up the first Wednesday in March. Email me and I will get in touch. Also, I will be back on with my soul brother, the Prince of Peace, tomorrow night on the Light Warrior Network. Jason already did the thumbnail, so I'll see you tomorrow for some Contendido Muy Caliente with the Prince of Peace, my brother. It was fabulous seeing my soul sister, Sarah Ashley, on the Light Warrior Network. She was very much missed, very much missed. We love our Soul Tribe family. I believe Chrissy is not feeling well tonight. I think she was having a migraine earlier. So if you don't see her in the chat, everyone say a prayer for her, that she send her some well wishes, that she feels better. She'll probably watch the replay. What else? Hello, Francine. Hello, my soul mama, golden retriever puppies. My aspiring alchemist, Carrie, and my Carrie K, Keith. I love you all. You know what? I love you all so, so much. Ellen, Karen, Golden Eagle Adventures, Monica, Ellen Moody, Ziga, Melem. I'm going to try to go Margot. I'm going to try to greet many people. Cheryl, I heard Daniel Brown, Taylor Lynn, my girl Blue, Cheryl Gold Lining, Marcia, Keith Allen, Daniel Benson. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so good to me. Sandra Domingo, you make me feel like a superstar. Remember what's her name? Molly, was it Molly Shannon? Superstar. Oh, love you too, Monica Murray, Deborah, Kathy Woods. Such a D love. You guys are great. I love you. If I did not say your name, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because I didn't see you. All right. What else do I have to do? I have any other business to attend to? I think that's it. I think we've done all the announcements. So originally, when I did the thumbnail for this live, it was originally titled, I forget, what was it? I think it was originally titled falling, something about when you fall, getting back up after the fall. Okay. So that's what I originally was going to be. And then if you saw my video that I channeled from the Council of Light, that plan was nixed, because I will tell you, the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of upgrades. And let me know in the chat if you've been feeling there's been a shift. And when there's a big shift like that, it's really hard on people that are sensitive like us. But the good part about the shift is that the upgrades have been phenomenal. However, whenever there's a shift in energy, that's when the dark comes after you. So I just wanted to go over one thing that I learned over the last few weeks in my personal readings and in my personal life. Is that we weren't meant to be sick. We weren't meant to be anxious. We weren't meant to feel bad. We weren't meant to struggle. We weren't meant to have all these negative feelings, okay? If you are going through a period when everything is falling apart, and I know that we all have the dark night of the soul, and I know that sometimes we have the tower moment in life. We all need the tower moment, right? The tower card. Because a lot of the times God and Yeshua and the universe will take us out of situations and shake things up in our lives and take us away from people if we are in situations or we are around people that no longer serve us. However, I've noticed that not all of the aches and pains and the things that we're going through are necessarily ascension symptoms. Case in point, over the last couple of weeks, I was really spiritually attacked. And I actually believe that I've been spiritually attacked for half of my life and I didn't even know it. I'm learning through my readings and my soul therapy sessions and just with me personally in my life and my downloads that there's a spirit of anxiety. There's a spirit of fear. There's a spirit of depression. There's a spirit of jealousy. There's a spirit of envy. There's a spirit of lack. There's a spirit of illness. There's a spirit of sickness. There's a spirit of rage. There's a spirit of anger. In other words, all of these illnesses or ailments, things that make us suffer emotionally, physically, spiritually, they don't come from God and they are not normal. Yes, we are affected by the foods we eat and all the poisons that we've ingested, that they've been putting in our foods and our waters and in the air that we breathe through the chemtrails. But I'm finding out that a lot of us have been spiritually attacked, and we've had these spirits foisted upon us, and we don't even know it. If you are going through a period when you are unusually sick and you go to the doctors and they can't figure out what's wrong with you, you've had every test, everything's fine, you have phantom pains, you go to the doctors and they've done every test on you, nothing's wrong. If everything in your house is falling apart, your lives are falling apart, your relationships are falling apart, if every aspect of your life is going wrong, you might want to ask yourself, am I under spiritual attack? Did somebody send me anything? I don't believe in curses, so to speak, because any type of spiritual energy that's sent to you, you have to consent to. However, there is such a thing, and I'm talking about curses. I don't believe in a curse because you have to consent to a curse. However, I've learned over the past few months, there is such a thing as spiritual attacks. And I'm learning that the only way that a spiritual attack can really work on you is that you have it on you and you don't even know you have it. However, I did learn, as we all know, but I guess I didn't realize how much so, is that the light is so much darker. Excuse me, the light is so much stronger than the dark. I had to rebuke and send back an attack that somebody had been sending to me for a very, very long time this week. And it was there before the grace of God. And I was on the phone with my soul sister, who's in the chat here, Francine. And we were doing the pendulum together on the phone like we soul sisters do. And we figured out something. That a lot of the symptoms that I've been having lately, so bad that I thought that I should go to the doctor. I don't go to the doctor, by the way. I haven't in a year since I found out. But I was seriously considering going to the doctor because I'm like, do I have fibromyalgia? Okay, it's in my family. My mother has it, yada, yada. But it was through the pendulum sessions. And I got to tell you, if you have a friend to practice pendulum or any type of tarot, you do so. There's strength in numbers. I find that when I do my spiritual sessions with you, cards or whatever, there's more power. And through that pendulum session, I found that I had a spiritual attack, a severe spiritual attack. And I've been under spiritual attack for the better part of 30 years because of my relationship with Paul. Again, I'm going to reiterate, Everyone wants to fantasize and romanticize about a divine counterpart and twin flame relationship. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Seriously, folks. It is not glamorous and it's not a fun situation to be in. Because of who I am to Paul, I've been under spiritual attack for a very, very long time. And I probably was attacked and probably had a few attachments on me when I was around the clone. I mean, I think I since got rid of them. But it wasn't until this week that I realized when I cast out, I didn't have a demon or an attachment, but I had a curse on me. I had an attack on me. And the moment that I rebuked it and I asserted my authority. See, the way that spiritual attacks work is that they come upon you and you don't know that they're there. So it's almost like uninformed consent, right? If you're not uninformed, if you're not informed, if you don't know they're there, it's like consent. So, folks, since we are down to the wire and we're on the precipice of change, right? Do yourself a favor. Every night before you go to bed, rebuke everything. You don't know what's been sent upon you. If you're having a tough time, if you're having a mystery illness, if things are going wrong, if your life has been really shitty lately and you've been doing your spiritual work and you've been doing your praying and you've been taking care of yourself and you've been grounding and you haven't been participating in unhealthy things, it could be the dark surrounding you. It could be a spiritual attack. And it's it's a very easy process to get rid of a spiritual attack. You rebuke it. You say you do not consent. You use your power. I'm making up my own words, my powerty. You use your power and authority and you send it back to whoever sent it to you 7 times 7. We have more power over the dark. We have authority over the dark. The light is always more powerful. If you want to get rid of the dark when you're walking into a room, what do? You switch on the light switch. We are more powerful than the dark. We, as children of God, once we verbalize and assert ourselves to any dark, we send it away, we cast it away, we rebuke it, we send it back 7 times 7, and it goes. And my friend, my soul sister, Francine, who's in the chat here, can attest that when I did it, when she was on the phone with me, there was a voice that came from me from the depth of my soul. It didn't come from me. I don't know where this voice came from, but I was pissed. I was fucking bullshit when I found out that some demonic bitch was cursing me because of Paul. And I sent it back 7 times 7. And I'll tell you, after this voice came to me, it was the deepest voice it came from, I don't know. I think it was my higher self's voice. It wasn't my voice. With the power of authority, I sent that back. And when I was done, I felt like I was going to pass out. It was like every ounce of energy I had, I felt like I was going to pass out. And I felt like 1,000-pound weight was lifted from me. Instantaneously. I can't even describe it. It was unbelievable. And ever since then, folks, I got up. Okay, now I will tell you that up until then, I would sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. And I would get up and I would feel like I never slept. I was exhausted, like physically fatigued. You know what I'm talking about? Fatigued. Like every morning I felt like I got up and I ran a triathlon the day before. I would wake up and every muscle in my body ached. I was stiff It felt like someone beat the shit out of me every single night, and I got up every morning. Yes, drained. Absolutely, Sucha D Love. Yes. Or Suchella D Love. I've been pronouncing it wrong. I felt horrible no matter how much sleep I got. Completely utter fatigued. The morning after I rebuked that curse, or I sent back that spiritual attack, I woke up and I felt great. I didn't have one ache, one pain. I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I felt refreshed. I felt well rested. I felt energized. I wasn't stiff. I was flexible. I felt like I was reborn. So folks, just so you know, the very next day, I did a reading with somebody. I don't believe in coincidences. She too, we found out through that reading that she had a spiritual attack. And I explained to her what I did the night before, and she did it as well. So I believe this is what's happening to us. We're on the precipice. We're getting ready for the shift. And so the things that I'm going to be going through each week, I'm going to come on here and give you my testimony. Because I believe that when I go through things, it's like I go through it, and then the next day one of my clients goes through it. And so we all are learning from each other. And so I'm going to be sharing everything I go through because I know that it's going to help you guys. And since we are on the precipice, right, we're almost there. A lot of you watch Carrie Kay, and I know you do. Carrie Kay's phenomenal. And she said last week that we were able to generate so much love energy on this earth that we have sped up our ascension many, many, many years. So because of this, that means that we're ascending sooner than later. And of all those that are going to be ascending sooner than later, we know that there's a personal ascension, right? We are all going to have a personal ascension before we have the big global mass ascension. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. Hold on. We are very much, we here, everyone that is watching this, sorry, I'm going to have to put a cough drop in my throat. I hate to do it on camera, but my throat's scratchy. Because we are on the front lines, folks, that means that we are going to personally ascend first. But until we personally ascend, we have to get rid of every bit of stuck, glued, kind of like congealed energy. And so part of that is getting rid of anything that has been sent to us, or we've picked up any spiritual dark residue that we've picked up along the way. Okay, every time we've walked through a crowd, every time we've been around someone, it's almost like, you know those sticky roller things that when you for the pet here, that or for like the fuzz on your sweater, you roll it around to get rid of the fuzz, and then the fuzz sticks on it. That's like we are. We're these like big vibrational spiritual lint brushes, right? Right, a lint roller, exactly. Golden Eagle and RC, right? Lint rollers. We're picking up all that negative debris, everyone's debris, every time we go out, even when we talk on the phone, even if someone walks by our house, even if somebody's just in our vicinity. Because every day our DNA is being activated. Now, if you did not watch my video of the channel I did from the Council of Light that I put out earlier today, please do so, because I'm going to be talking about this tonight. So you don't have to watch it now. However, if you haven't watched it, you should go after this live is on, go and watch the Council of Light channel I did earlier today. Because the Council of Light is going to be, they're very much present, and they're going to be giving you messages through me. And we're going to be going through this together, because I have a mission with this channel. It's not just, I dedicated this channel to God and Yeshua and anyone, any spiritual beings that want to be, that's part of God's army. And yeah, we're going to be going through this together, and I'm going to be giving you messages. So there was somebody in the chat asked me, I forget who it was. Someone left a comment and they said, Delphine, you've never mentioned the Soldier of Light. I mean, the Soldier of Light, the Council of Light. I love Soldier of Light, but you know, the Council of Light. Before, which is true, okay? I used to channel the Council of Light for many years. However, I stopped because I went through a period when I first woke up, and I found out that there were a lot of people, there were a lot of trickster spirits, and there were a lot of neutral spirits, and there were dark spirits hiding behind the neutral and trickster spirits. And when I found out that, you know, that, let's put it that, Bono was cloned and the real Paul was in witness protection, and there was all these spiritual weird things going on, and there was demonic attacks, I flipped out and freaked out, and I said, I'm not going to channel anymore. Okay? I mean, I've channeled for years, and I just I didn't have anyone teach me. I just kind of did it. I just practiced on myself. I started doing this like in my 20s and 30s. However, before I stopped doing that, you know, obviously I channeled in my readings, but I wasn't sitting there and channeling, writing down. I used to just channel with a pen and paper or record it. I stopped doing it probably like 20, I don't know. I just stopped doing it maybe around 2021, 2022, probably around, let's see, maybe 2022. I started doing it again. Okay. Because Yeshua. And so the other day, oh, I saw that I glitched. The other day, I was in the middle of channeling, and the Council of Light showed up. Now, let me tell you about the Council of Light. I used to channel the Council of Light very often. They gave me a lot of information about my personal situation, and they would actually give me a lot of information about Paul, believe it or not. And haven't heard from them in a while, but they came again. They came back, which I'm really happy about. Where is the Council of Light? I don't know. They just call themselves the Council of Light. I call them the Council. They used to just call themselves the Council, actually, for many years. But the channel that I did last night and the one I did this morning that I put out on video earlier, they're actually calling themselves, they're very formal now, they're the Council of Light. So they want you to know that we are very much part of this global ascension. And right now, there is a grid being kind of like blanketed around the world. And when we do our spiritual work, we are actually adding to the grid. We're part of this grid. So the Council of Light wants us to very much do our spiritual work and very much get into a spiritual practice. So how do we do this? How do we do this? We do it through meditation, we do it through prayer, but we also do it through forgiveness. First and foremost, we do this with forgiveness for ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves first. Starlight, I don't have a who or what obsession with Paul. Paul is my divine counterpart, and Paul and divine counterparts are coming together. That's very much part of the ascension. It's not an obsession, it's part of my life. When you're part of a twin flame divine counterpart couple, they're your other half of your soul. I find that kind of an offensive question. I'm going to let it slide, but if you piss me off again, I'm going to fucking block your ass. I will talk about Paul as much as I want. This is my fucking channel. Starlight. Strike one, strike two, you're gone. Anyway, as I was saying, we need to forgive ourselves. So how do we forgive ourselves? We need to let go. We need to let go of the past. We need to let go of all the residue. And we need to know that anyone who ever did anything to us, no matter what it was, they did it because they were not in their right mind. They were playing the character. They were playing the bad characters. Nobody who does anything horrible to you, or anybody who does anything to you, they did it because they didn't know any better. They did it because they were not in the right way. They did it because they're miserable and they hate themselves. Nobody who's happy and is full of light ever does anything negative or anything to offend you. So how do we forget? How do we forgive ourselves? We forgive by forgetting. We forget the past. So for so long, we've learned in therapy, right? We've learned in therapy that we have to analyze every single solitary bad emotion. If you're feeling this way, let's analyze. Let's analyze it. Not anymore. I've learned over the past few months through channeling, through soul therapy sessions, and through watching Carrie Kay, that we need to stop ruminating and analyzing our feelings. Because when we bring up a situation, when we analyze it, when we figure it out, we bring up that feeling. We bring it up again. So how do we forgive? We forgive by forgetting, literally forgetting, not analyzing, not trying to figure out why this person did it. We don't know why somebody did something to you. We know that we don't know somebody's motivations, but we do know that if somebody did something negative to you, it's because they were in a negative mood. They didn't know any better. They were hurting. We need to learn to stop analyzing. Oh, I feel this emotion because of this. I'm depressed because of this. No. We need to stop doing that now. What we need to do is just to feel the emotion. Feel it. Don't try to figure out why it's here, why you're feeling it, who brought it to you. Feel it. Feel it, and then let it go. No longer do we have to go through years of therapy and try to figure out why we are the way we are. We know why we are the way we are. We've been conditioned. We've been brought up in a false matrix. We've been lied to and deceived and disempowered. Now is the time that we just need to feel our emotions and stop feeling bad for feeling bad. Stop feeling that if you're depressed or if you're anxious, that means that you did something wrong or you're off track or there's something wrong with you. If you watch, I'm going to reference Carrie Kay again. Carrie Kay was talking last week about how what's happening now is because the fact that we were able to raise the vibration of the love vibration on the earth so much that we have actually sped up our ascension by many years. Well, in the process of speeding up of this love resonance, what we've done is that we've activated more and more of our DNA. Right now, so much of our DNA is being activated. And because of this, okay, along with this, so are the timelines. So right now, what she's saying is that there are timelines that are collapsing. So we are going through in and out of these timelines. I hate to say timelines because we know there's no time on the other side. We know this. However, we are still bound by space and time in this dimension. So what's happening is that there are timelines that are collapsing and collapsing and collapsing until we're down to one main timeline, and we're just about there. However, we're still wobbling and weebling, right? You know, the weebles wobbles, but they don't fall down, those things. We're going through all these dimensions as they collapse. So as this is happening, we're feeling the emotions that we felt in those dimensions. And our bodies are physically being impacted by the collapsing of those timelines. So these are unprecedented times, and what we're going through is unprecedented. And there's no manual, there's no rule book. So it's not business as usual with our mental health. It's not business as usual with our physical health. It's not business as usual with anything. So we have to throw away everything that we've learned, and we need to relearn everything. And that's the process we're in now. We're in the world card. Okay, you know the world card. The world card is you're in this in-between kind of limbo phase where you've ended one chapter of your life and you're ready to level up and go to the next phase. But you're in this awkward phase, waiting in this limbo. That's where we are now. It's a hard place to be because we're weebling and we're wobbling like the weebles. Oh, we're in this dimension, we're in that dimension. We go back. Ego. There's a fight between our ego and our higher self. Ego, higher self, ego, higher self. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We've never been through this before. I will tell you, another thing that I'm learning too is that I will say with confidence that I probably 99.9% of mental illness and physical illness is spiritually based. That's another thing I've learned. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, folks, is about divine love relationships. This is another thing that the Council of Light wanted me to talk about. We are very much part of this grid. All right, all the light workers, that's everyone. If you are part of the soul tribe, if you are awakened, you are a light worker, okay? Whatever you want to call yourself, a star seed, an indigo child, it doesn't matter. If you are awakened and you are spiritual and you are a part of God, if you are a child of God and you are part of God's army, you are a light worker. And what they told me is that whether we are aware of it or not, we are working on the grid around the earth. Every light worker, we are raising the vibration and we are filling in the grid of the earth right now. There's an energetic love grid that's going around the earth. And what they wanted me to let you know all about these divine love relationships, whether they're twin flames / divine counterparts or soulmates, any type of divine mate relationship. And I hate to use labels, okay? But there is a difference between divine counterparts and soulmates. However, the council is letting me know that these unions are coming together now because they're very much part of the mass ascension. And the way that they wanted me to describe it, I'm going to share my screen with you, okay? Because they gave me this vision about, let's see. Here we go. All right. You see how we have this, like, I don't know what you call these metal chains, okay? This is the vision that they gave me about the grid and the twin flame and the soulmate relationships. These big anchors here, these are all the twin flame / divine counterparts that are forming grids around the earth. Okay, they're the anchors. All these individual chains here, these are all your soulmate, your divine mate, all your divine soulmate relationships. This is the energetic grid that we are forming when we do our personal work and we come together. So us coming together is not just about our personal desires of wanting to have love and romance and be together with people. That's part of it. We are literally coming together not for ourselves, but for the greater good. And that is to add to the grid that's around the earth. Now, you don't have to be in a love relationship to be a part of this grid. Because I told you about soulmates, right? We are all soulmates. We're all soulmates in this chat because we know that soulmates are not just lovers. Soulmates could be your mother, your father, your friend, your sister, your classmate, your schoolmate. That's us. I'm going to share my screen again because this is a great analogy. This is us. And if you really want to blow here's going to really blow your mind. You can be part of a big anchor here, and you could be a part of the chain too. That's how powerful we are. But this is what we are creating around the globe right now, around Mother Earth, Gaia. This is us. So if you ever feel like you're not doing anything, just by you being here, you are part of the mass ascension. We are bringing upon the mass ascension. We are literally transmuting all the negative energy in this world. And we are creating an energetic love grid around the planet. So this reiterates even more so than ever. When you do your spiritual work, when you forgive, when you let go, when you let the past be the past, when you understand that this character that you're playing now, and this meat suit, whatever happened to you in your past, whatever anyone did to you, no matter what anyone said to you or mistreated you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you deserved it. It doesn't define who you are. Whatever anyone did to you, it's not your fault. And it doesn't define who you are now. So every night before we go to bed, we literally have to strip off layers and layers of the programming that we've had our whole lives. We have to die each night before we go to bed and realize that this false identity that we've had since we are born, we are soon going to need to let go of it, because we are going to be leveling up. We are actually in the world right now with a world card. We are leveling up. We are not the stories that we've made up about ourselves. We are not the stories that people made up of us. We are not the circumstances that happened to us. We are not the same people. Literally, our cells, every 7 years, every cell in our body changes. We are literally, physically, cell-wise, not the same people. We are spiritual beings, spiritual light beings, having a physical experience. So we need to hang up the suits, the identities, the labels, now more than ever. Because we're not sitting idly by. We're part of it, and it's game on. The Council of Light, I've also channeled this on my own, and many of my friends who are psychics and spiritual peeps are all saying that March and April are going to be very, very big months. Now let's talk about this, because there's been some debate as to whether, and this is just apples and oranges, but it's not a big deal about the debate of when the first of the year is, but we can all, it's safe to say that the first of the year is not December 31st / January 1st. It's either March 1st or April 1st. Now, there are some in our community that thinks it's April 1st. That's fine. There are some in our community that thinks that it's March 1st. Now I'm going to share my screen again, okay? Now, I took this screenshot about, I don't know, a month ago when I was watching one of Bo Pony's shows. I've since unsubscribed to his channel. No offense against Bo Pony. I think he's very talented. He's a phenomenal analyst of time. However, I just think that sometimes, I don't know, he's been rubbing me the wrong way, and he keeps on moving the goalpost. You know, And I just think that he should stop giving dates. But anyway, okay. So this is basically the 2023 Gregorian calendar that he put on top, all right? And then he kind of superimposed the dates. So what he did is that he took the 2023 Gregorian calendar, and what he did is that superimposed the Julian calendar on top of it, okay? So according to this, now this is the Julian calendar, and I believe all the channels that I've done and all the card readings I've done, okay, I believe that the Julian, I'm getting that the Julian calendar is God's calendar, okay? And according to what I'm getting, if you notice, the first of the year is March 1st. That's Maritus, okay? Now, if you don't believe that, because we really don't know, all right? No one's come out and said definitively whether it's March 1st or April 1st. It could be April 1st. I could be wrong, but Pony could be wrong. It would make sense, right? Because April 1st is April Fool's Day. I wouldn't put it past those cabal bastards for April 1st being our first of the year, being New Year's Day. And wouldn't, of course, because they trick us, April Fool's Day. I can see it. I can see it being April 1st. However, I personally think that March is New Year's. Okay? That March 1st is New Year's Day for 2024. That's I'm getting it as I got it, like I said, I got it with all my readings and the downloads that it is March 1st. However, that is our calendar, or it's a month off, but I pretty much think that this is pretty accurate, okay? Okay, now it's saying that the Roman calendar has only 10 months. Notice the Gregorian calendar is actually the Roman calendar, right? All right, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. So that being said, the next couple of months, especially next month, I really think, I'm really getting that things are going to start to really be kicked into high gear. I'm sure you all have felt a shift the last couple of weeks. No, we're not where we want to be. We need things to change, but I'm sure you all have noticed the shift. We're starting to win, okay? There's starting to be a little more tipping, so to speak, in our favor. I believe that this is the calm before the storm. And I really believe that we're getting to the point where we're going to hear, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. Now, I can't give you an exact date, but from everything that I'm getting, and from all my friends who are psychic, who are spiritual, who are intuitives, all my friends who are psychic are saying they're feeling March is going to be a big month. That's right, Golden Eagle Adventures. And we had the AT&T outage, that big outage that happened last week. This is the calm before the storm. All of you, everybody, you guys send me emails, everyone that I've talked to, everyone I do readings on or soul therapy sessions on, all my friends, you all tell me you feel the shift. We're almost there. Another great analogy my friend Francine, who's in the chat, has given me, and the Council of Light also reiterated this last night during one of my channels, was that we are in the last hour of labor, okay? We have been pregnant for a very, very long time. It's been a very, very unusual long pregnancy. We are out to here, okay? We are so pregnant. And we've been in labor for years. Years of painful labor. And now it's the 11th hour. It's the last hour before this baby comes out. And I've never given birth, so kudos to all the mothers out there. God bless you. But my soul sister Francine uses this analogy, and she said it before. What do you feel like at the last hour of your labor, right before the baby crowns? What do you say? I'm ready. Get this thing out of me. I'm ready to give birth. It's always the most painful. You're like, come on, I am ready. I just want to give birth. That's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. We are at the 11th hour, and we've been in labor for years, for long, long years. We are in pain. We've endured this. And we are ready to give birth. We're so ready to get the baby out of us. We are so ready for the change. We're there. Okay? We are there. We're almost there. It's always most painful right before the end. It's always the last leg of the race. That's the hardest. And when does God always show up? At the 11th hour. So folks, God is going to show up. He might show up at the 11th hour, but he's going to show up. Just know that we're almost there. We're at the 11th hour. We're at the last leg of the race. We're running the last leg. We're at the last hour of the labor pains, and we're just about to give birth. Hang in there. We're almost there. Don't give up now. Don't give up after you've endured years and years of labor. Are you going to give up and give in now that you've run a triathlon and you're at the last leg of the race? Are you going to give up now after all you've endured? We can see the finish line. The baby's head is crowning. We're almost there. Don't give up and don't give in. Just because we are not seeing the results as fast as we want does not mean they're not coming. There's been a shift. There's been a turning point. Things are in our favor now. March and April, though we don't know exact timing and we don't know exactly what is going to happen, there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a change. And with each day that goes by, we are exponentially being upgraded. The council said in my channeling earlier that when there is an upgrading of the love energy grid around the earth, it corresponds with a little tiny piece of our DNA, our divine DNA being activated. So when the grid around the earth is activated, we are being activated. We are not exclusive. One is not exclusive of the other. We and the earth are one. What happens to the earth affects us, and what happens to us is affecting Mother Gaia. So, don't be afraid to do what the Prince of Peace and Sarah and I did. Don't be afraid to take time, take a vacation, take a break, turn off your phones, disengage, turn off social media, turn off the television. rest, recuperate, get your energy in check. We are going to need this. You're going to need your energy. We're going to need every bit of it. Because, folks, we are on the front line. And this is not business as usual. In the next few months, the world is going to change. We're going to start to see things that we've never seen before. The last thing that the Council of Light said, and every time I read it, I want to cry. And I believe what the last thing that the council said was, the world is the lie. You are the truth. The world is the lie. You are the truth. This world is an illusion. We bring the reality. We bring the truth into the world. We are the truth. That means that all of us together, if we band together and we stop fighting over our differences and fighting over dates and fighting over insignificant, stupid things, whether the earth is flat or round, that sort of thing, and we band together, we affect everything. We are so much stronger together. That's right, Mary Jones. We are so much stronger together. So, folks, now that we know that we are unstoppable, we are on fire, we are, every night we go to bed, whether we know it or not, we are in spirit actually part of this grid. Some of us are working on the grid. Some of us are the grid. Some of us are holding the vibration of the grid. Some are going back and forth. We are working on this. Now that we know that we're almost ready to give birth, we can see this, we can see the finish line. We're almost there. We can hold the line, can't we? We've been so patient for so long. Some of us longer than others. I mean, there have been people that have been awake for years, like 20, 30 years. God bless them. I don't know how they've done it. Talk about patient. So now that we know that we're almost there, we can do this. It's just like, let's say, for instance, you're in a job that you hate, but you gave your notice, and you only have 2 weeks left. Knowing that you're gone from this job, knowing that you only have a few weeks left and it's very temporary, doesn't it make it doable? Doesn't it make it easier to deal with, knowing that this is just temporary and it's going to change very, very, very soon? We're almost there. So work on yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. How? You don't have to. If you want to do a forgiveness ceremony, if you want to call someone and say you're sorry, but you don't have to. You don't even have to ask for forgiveness. The person that did something to you doesn't have to ask for forgiveness. The best way you can forgive is to forget. Remember the saying, forgive and forget? More so than ever, forget. Stop analyzing. Just feel. If you feel an emotion, just feel it and let it go. Don't analyze it, because whatever you focus on, whatever you analyze, whatever you put your attention on, whatever you speak about, you bring more of that into your reality, into that existence. Feel your emotions and let them go. If you're on an emotional roller coaster, it's okay. We're collapsing timelines to one main timeline, one reality stream. So you could be feeling things from another timeline. You could be feeling things, and things are going to be brought up. It's okay. Don't feel bad for feeling bad. Don't judge yourself. Just feel it. Don't analyze it. Don't say, okay, why am I feeling this? Am I feeling this because my mother's a narcissist? Am I feeling this because I didn't get enough love? Am I feeling this because my father left us when we were kids? No, fuck that. No more analyzing. What you analyze, you become. What you analyze, you bring to you. You let it go. Forget it. It's like old worn out clothes. You take them off and they have holes in them and they stink and they're dirty. Throw them in the bin. Done. Our past just brought us here, like miles on the road. When you're driving in the car, you don't look at the miles past that are past, do you? Because you would get in an accident. You keep your hands on the wheel and you keep your head forward. And it's always the now and the now and the now and the now and the now. That's how we have to navigate this. It doesn't matter what anyone did to you. It doesn't matter anything in your past. It doesn't even matter what happened yesterday or even 5 minutes ago. Now, and now. All right, folks? Let's do some card readings, shall we? Let's do some card readings. I'm going to save the big current event topics for the Prince of Peace tomorrow night. But I figured since it is a full moon tonight, we might do a little full moon energy, because we know that the full moon, it doesn't just affect us. Let's put it this way. The full moon is not just, how do I put it? The full moon energy does not just affect us on the day of the full moon, which is tonight. We can feel the energy days before and days after. I think I'm just going to do the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. And there was another question too. I think somebody wanted me to do a reading on the eclipse on the 8th. I think I'll do that too. Let's see. Let's ask. All right. I'm going to do a little read. I'm going to do a couple of spreads. First, I'm going to do the energy of the full moon, what we can expect. Then I'm going to just close this. Then I'm going to do the energy of, then I'm going to do probably what we can expect this week. And then I'll do what we can expect on the eclipse for the 8th, because I forget, one of my Soul Tribe sisters left a comment in I think one of the videos, and she asked about what's going to happen for the eclipse on April 8th. All right, so let's ask. All right, let's ask about the energy the next couple of days with this full moon. Okay, let's ask. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach Jesus, I'm asking for divine protection so that nothing evil, nefarious, ungodly, demonic, or even anything neutral can infiltrate this reading and try to trick me. I'm also asking for the white and golden light of Holy Spirit of God and Yeshua Jesus to surround me so I can interpret the cards clearly and unbiasedly. Lord God, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, can you give us a full moon energy update? What is tonight and the next couple of days going to bring us in terms of energy of this full moon? What say you, Lord God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? Okay, so the energy of this full moon. I'm not sure what the full moon is in. I should ask. Oh, you know what? I'm going to type. Sorry. I don't know what sign it is in. I just want to check. Sorry, I'm bringing this up. February. What is it in? February's full moon. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what sign it's in, because the cards are pretty intense. Let me see. It's in Virgo? Okay. It's in Virgo. I actually looked in the chat. You guys are on it. Okay. All right. So the energy of this moon is decisions and lots of action. It's going to be a very action-packed, aggressive aggressive week. A week of attention and aggression. Okay. So the first card we got is the Lover's card. Okay. So the Lover's card is indicative of a couple things. It's a lot of passion, but it's also a lot of decision making. Okay. So lots of decisions. If you are part of a couple, or if you're thinking about getting together with somebody, if there's somebody that you have been wanting to be with, somebody that you love, this is the card of the twin flame, the divine counterpart. It's the Lover's card. It's all about love, romance. However, this also is a week too that there's going to be decisions in terms of love and romance, because the Lover's card is also the card of, do I want to stay in this relationship? Am I truly happy? I have more than one option. It's also the card, it could be that people are not being very faithful. So this is going to be a week of lots of aggression and lots of shakeups and breakups, because there's decisions, lots of gatherings, lots of gathering together, getting together in romance. But again, the Lover's card, positively aspected, you're getting together. There's love, there's romance, twin flame, divine counterpart, lots of love and romance. However, the negative end in the spectrum is that you have to make some decisions. Do you want to stay? Do you want to go? Do you want to be with this person, or do you want to be with that person? Lots of decisions in terms of love. Now, this also can be very indicative to the full moon energy of just making decisions in general. I feel that this full moon is going to bring, the full moon is the lot of light. So it's going to bring lots of things to the light. Lots of things out of the dark and into the light. So if you're not part of a couple, this is very indicative of, you need to make decisions in your life. Do you want to stay in this job? Do you want to go? Do you want to stay in this friendship, or do you want to go? Do you want to stay in this house, or do you want to go? Do you want to stay in this family, or do you want to disassociate from your family members? There's going to be lots of decisions. You're going to be doing really lots of deep dive in this full moon, because I said the full moon is bringing lots of light to any topic. So you're going to have to do a lot of soul searching this week, especially in the next couple of days, because as we said, the full moon energy is always a couple of days before to a couple of days afterwards. So the next couple of days, you're going to be doing a lot of decision making. And the positive decision making could also be that you're deciding that you really love this person. You really want to be with this person. You can't be without this person. You want this job. You want this situation. So you're going to go for it, because you got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a suitor. It's messages. It's going after what you want. So folks, lots of divine messages, lots of suitors, lots of finding out some really good, beautiful messages this week, folks. Okay, you're going to be hearing from people that you thought you were never going to hear from. You're going to be getting good news. You're going to be finding out good news. If you've been waiting to hear anything, any type of good news, if you got your job, if you're getting the money, if you got the loan, if you've been waiting to hear about a pregnancy, this also could be getting messages from people that you haven't heard from a long time. Okay? We got the Chariot card. So the full moon energy too, like I said before, is very aggressive. It's very determined. This is the card of movement. The Chariot card can also be considered a war card or a military card because it's swift action, it's movement, it's aggressive. This is the card of I know what I want, I'm determined, I have willpower, and I'm going to do it. Okay? So again, the full moon energy is decisions, figuring out what we want. The energy of the full moon is things that were in the dark. The moon is being shown really bright, and things that were in the dark are coming out into the light. We're going to be making decisions this week, very intense decisions. Do I want to stay? Do I want to go? We're going to be making decisions in all aspects of our lives, doing deep dives. This is going to be the full moon energy this week is the full moon energy of messages. There are going to be lots of divine messages. We're going to be hearing from people that we thought we were not going to hear from. We're going to be getting offers, good news, communication. Beautiful card. The full moon energy is going to also be very aggressive. We're going to be doing a lot of soul searching, and when we decide what we want, we're going to be going after it. This also is a card of sticking up for oneself, and also if there's a situation in which you need to go to battle, we're not going to back down. The Chariot card is balls to the wall. No one's going to mess with me. I'm going to get what I want. The Chariot card is also, if you have any goals, any aspirations, if there's a goal, if there's something that you want to achieve, we're going to achieve it this week. The energy of the full moon is balls to the wall. I know what I want. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to be determined, and nothing's going to stop me. Okay? Very aggressive, assertive card. Okay? Also, the energy of the full moon is this giving us an opportunity to manifest. Okay? Because the Knight of Cups is an offer. So I'm seeing this as that. The energy of the full moon, use it to manifest. Gather what you want. Think about what you want, because I feel this is a very powerful moon to bring about physical manifestation and things that we want, to bring things to us. I'm getting that. Hold on. I'm going to get a frog in my throat. I'm getting that we've been doing a lot of spiritual work, and I know that the more we upgrade with our DNA, we're able to like manifest more. That there's I feel that we've been speeding up the time of manifestation, and a lot of us can actually manifest like instantly. So I'm getting that the energy of this full moon is that you don't have to go out to get anything. You can bring it to you. You can reflect and vibrate on the energy of whatever you want and bring it to you. This is a very, very positive and energetic full moon for actually bringing things that we want to us. Okay. And the last card of the energy of the full moon is truth and new ways of communicating. Again, things coming out into the light. The Page of Swords is there's going to be lots of gossip. There's going to be lots of people talking. Okay, because it could be an aggressive card, and because we're not taking any shit this week and we know what we want, there could be lots of fights, lots of bickering. People are not going to be taking shit this week. The Page of Swords is communication. It's a page is new, so it's new ways of communicating. People are going to be very curious. People are going to want to discover things. So lots of gossip, lots of talk, lots of communication. Again, Swords is thoughts, communication, words. And because things are coming out into the light, I do think there's going to be some disclosure this week too. Okay? This week, because I feel like the energy of the full moon is really bringing things out. And I feel like these next few days are going to really kind of push the energy. And I feel that probably towards the end of the week, there's going to be some pretty cool disclosures. Okay? So that's the energy of the full moon. Now, let's do a pull on the April 8th, there's going to be an eclipse. So I'm going to do like 5 cards on what the energy of the eclipse is going to be on April 8th. If there's anything significant that's going to happen on the eclipse on April 8th. And then I'm going to do a general read. And then I think we'll call it a night. All right. So, Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, what can we expect, if anything, on April 8th during the eclipse? Is the eclipse on April 8th, is it going to spark any kind of worldwide events? Is there going to be any disclosure? What can we expect in terms of energy and or events worldwide on April 8th when the eclipse happens? What say you, Lord God and Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? Well, this flung out. So I'm going to say there's going to be a lot of godly energy because this is my God card. So I'm getting on April 8th with the eclipse, I'm getting that God's energy is going to be really, really present. Okay, this is a huge, huge godly presence on April 8th. Okay, the Emperor card is a father card. Okay, so I feel that by April 8th, I just feel that we're going to know that God's in charge, and we're going to be feeling a lot of godly energy. That flung out, folks. So I think it is going to be a pretty significant energy. Okay, it is. Okay, so I feel the eclipse of April 8th is going to be the final kind of one of the final nails in the casket of the Cabal, okay? Because the reason why I get that is I got these three cards, okay? So we got the five of Pentacles, okay? This is the card of loss, suffering loss, financial loss, material loss, loss in faith in oneself. The next card we got is the card of the illusions, but it's also choices. And the third card I got was the card of the devil. Okay, so this to me is what I'm getting for April 8th, is that the Cabal is going to be suffering many, many, many losses. I feel that that is going to be the final nail in the coffin. This is the last of their money. They're going to lose all kinds of assets. They're going to lose all kinds of their resources. They're going to lose faith in themselves. Many, many things. They're going to suffer many, many, many losses. And it's these guys. It's the baddies. Okay, so there's something about the eclipse that's going to activate some kind of spiritual energy. And we're going to see the Cabal really, really go down. We're already seeing them go down, but I feel it's really real. And I feel there's so many aspects. I feel like their money, a lot of their resources, a lot of their weapons, their assets, their real estate, their people, many, many losses. Not just not on one front. Okay, they're going to suffer many, many losses. Okay, these are losses that's going to affect the whole world and all around the world. And these losses are going to be better for mankind going forward, because these losses are going to help us plan for the future. This means that we are going to be in charge of our future. The world is going to be given back to God's children. It's a portal card too. So this is saying that once these losses happen, humanity can go forward into the future. There are enterprises, there's plans. We're going to be movement, travel. Beautiful, beautiful card. We're going to be looking out and seeing and making plans and progress and knowing that the world is back in God's hands. We also got the Queen of Wands. Okay, and this is the last card. So for me, the Queen of Wands is very indicative of that. She's the boss. Okay, she gets things done. She also has a lot of emotional balance. She's nurturing and she's caring, but she's diplomatic. She's very organized. So what I'm getting is that by the energy of the eclipse, I feel is really going to organize God's energy and bring lots of balance, especially because there's been an imbalance where there's been more divine masculine, kind of like that Mars, angry, aggressive male energy. And I feel that the eclipse on the 8th is going to be we're going to have more of a divine feminine balance. Okay, so there's going to be a beautiful balance of divine masculine and divine feminine. I am also getting that with the boss card is that God's going to be the boss. God's going to be in charge, and it's going to be more evident. Okay, this also indicative of that the powers that be, the alliance and the galactics and all the spiritual beings, all the angels that are surrounding us, I feel that all the hard work that they've done is really going to come out into the light, and that benevolent beings are going to be in charge of the world. Okay. And the world is going to be more of a feminine, how do I put it? We can't say like, oh, we need more divine feminine. We do, but we can't just have divine feminine. We need the sacred balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I feel there's going to be, at that point, there's going to be more of a balance. So it looks like the eclipse on April 8th is going to be very, very significant. It looks like there's going to be major, major losses and sufferings from the cabal. They're going to suffer many, many losses. Loss of their assets, loss of money, loss of power, loss of their weapons, loss of their real estate, loss of their minions. They're going to many, many aspects. Okay? They're going down. The alliance and us, we're going to be taking back the world. And it's going to be very, very evident, and this card flew out, that God is in charge and God's energy is going to be very, very much, let's put it this way, we don't really feel the energy of God the way we should but this eclipse energy, there's something about this eclipse that we are really going to be feeling God's energy, and it's going to be very, very apparent. And I'm also, since this is my Trump and my God card, I will predict too, I still think that Trump is coming back in March, but he will definitely be back by the 8th. I believe so. It's looking like Trump will be back by April 8th. I think he'll be back in March, but at the very least, April 8th. So that's the energy of the eclipse. Somebody in the, I forget who, one of you Soul Tribe members requested that. Now, I've been on for an hour and a half, right? 8:30, 9:30, and 10. I wanted to do one last reading. And let's do a reading as to what we can expect this week, okay? One personally for the Soul Tribe members in our personal lives, and one globally. So let's do the personal one. And let me change decks. I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to change decks. So we're going to do one reading for our personal lives as Soul Tribe members, and then we'll do one for globally. Okay? All right. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, can I get a general reading for the Soul Tribe family? Any insights, information as to this week? We're going to get a general reading. Ooh, that flung out. Okay, that turned. So that's definitely part of the reading. Can I get a general reading for the Soul Tribe family? What is going to happen this week? Any insights, information, a general reading for our personal Soul Tribe family. That's anyone watching now, who is ever in the chat or watching the replay. What can the Soul Tribe family expect in terms this week in their personal lives? What kind of a week is the Soul Tribe family going to have? Lord God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. Okay, this fell out, so it's the Two of Water. So this is the Two of Cups. So lots of unions, lots of coming together, okay? And this is, I am getting love relationships, soulmate relationships coming together, but I'm also getting lots of collaboration and lots of getting together. I'm getting lots of collaborations, lots of harmony and agreement. This is going to be a beautiful week in terms of any type of relationships. If you're working on a project, if you're going to work, unions, reunions, collaborations, getting together with your boo, soulmate relationships, beautiful, beautiful love of harmony, agreement, beautiful collaborations. There's going to be lots of flow, creativity, a beautiful week, because this is indicative of the Two of Cups. It's the Two of Water, but in the Rider Waite, this would be the Two of Cups. And on this deck, it says partnership, commitment, and reconciliation. So, beautiful card. Getting together, gatherings, dates, romance, collaborations, harmony and agreement. Beautiful card for all types of relationships. Love, work relationships, family. Beautiful card. Okay. Oh, we got Tower moments. We got the Tower card. Okay, folks. So, personally, for the Soul Tribe family, we're going to have lots. The shit's going to hit the fan this week. I'm sorry, folks, but you know Lady D always gives it to you straight. Folks, there's going to be lots of Tower moments for us in the personal Soul Tribe family, okay? So expect that situations are going to crumble. Expect the rug to be pulled from underneath you. Things and situations will crumble. Major, drastic change, tumultuous change. Yes, it might suck. Yes, it can be hard. However, it's necessary. Things need to crumble and burn before you can rise out of the ashes like the phoenix. This is actually a great card. This means that all situations, all relationships that do not serve your higher good, that God no longer wants you to be in, it will be taken away. Beautiful card. Obviously, I don't have to tell you. In this deck, Transformations, the Tower, it's pretty self-evident. This is the Tower card. So, folks, hold on to your hats. We're going to have a lot of Tower moments this week. Okay? And because of the Tower moments, we're going to be more sovereign. We're going to be more in charge. The Queen of Air is my Lady D card. I call it my card because it's the Queen of Swords. She is truth. She is so truth, she could be blunt like me, right? I'm very blunt. I tell it like it is. Sometimes I piss people off, but I don't care. I tell it like it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Blatant truth. Clear boundaries. I'm sorry. You can't really see it because of the glare. Okay, can you? Is this a little better? Here we go. Clear boundaries, clear communication, folks. We're going to be speaking our truth. We're not going to be holding back. We're also going to find out a lot of truth. We're also going to be in charge of our lives. We're not going to be sitting back anymore. We're going to take charge. We're going to be sovereign. There's going to be lots of revelations. And people that were once kind of like more reserved are going to start being more assertive, okay? Everyone's going to be bringing out their Lady D this week and really speaking their truth, okay? Because it's like once the shit hits the fan, it's all coming out. No one's holding back anymore. Revelations, truths. And the last card is the Eight of Earth. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So this means that we're going to be doing a lot of work this week, okay? We're also going to be very happy with what we've been able to accomplish. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is being happy with what you've been able to accomplish. It's hard work, but it's also look at all those pentacles, okay? So I am thinking that we're going to be learning more because this is also the card of the apprenticeship card. This is the apprenticeship card. So this is like starting something new. So I do think that this is going to be a good week for money. And I feel like we're going to be learning new things about money and we're going to be playing with money this week. This is actually a very beautiful card. Okay. So I do think because there are pentacles and this is actually this deck says education, focus, and details. Okay. I'm thinking that we're going to see some kind of shit hitting the fan with our personal finances, meaning globally, okay? So I'm taking this two ways. Personal Tower moment, okay, where there's going to be disclosures and we're going to be speaking the truth. And because of this, we're going to be in a position where we're going to be very good. This card is like meaning that because of the Tower moment and because we speak our truth, we're going to be very confident and secure, and we're going to be happy with what we'll be able to accomplish. However, I also see this as too that we're going to be hearing. I'm not saying that we're going to have the big global crash, but I am thinking that there could be some kind of Tower moment with the money because look at that card. Okay, so I think this week there's going to be some kind of crash with some kind of money system. Okay, I'm not getting the big global crash, But I wouldn't be surprised if we hear that some major banks fail this week. Okay. I'm getting that some major banks might fail this week. All right. So that is the reading for the personal soul tribe reading. Not a bad reading. You know, it was a little mixed bag of everything. Now, let's ask about globally if anything's going to happen this week. Let's ask. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. Can we get a general reading globally? Is there anything globally that's going to happen this week? We're waiting for all kinds of things to happen. What is going to happen for global current affairs this week? Insights, information, any big global events, and what can we expect on a global level, Lord God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach Jesus? Or what can we expect in the U.S. in terms of a general reading for this week, Lord God, in the name of Yeshua Jesus. All right. All right, these three cards were turned up, so I'm going to read those first. Okay, we got the Five of Air, which is the Five of Swords. Okay, so globally there's going to be conflicts. Okay, we're going to hear about more, maybe more towards war, maybe global conflicts. I feel there's going to be more news in the Middle East. I feel there's going to be more scrums and more. I think the situation between the illegals, the invaders that are invading our borders. I feel that there's going to be lots of, let's put it like, fights and conflicts, and I feel we're going to start to see this more and more. It's going to come into the forefront. Okay, this is the card, the Five of Air. It says mistakes, melodramas, and reassessment. This is the equivalent to the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is struggles, fighting, competition, battles. So I feel like there's going to be battles in Congress. We're going to see lots of battles in our government. I feel there's going to be, again, I just feel like there's something to do with fights and conflicts between the military, not the military, the illegal immigrants in the cities. I just feel like more and more citizens of the inner cities, people that are being the places where all the resources are being usurped from the invaders. I just feel that we're going to see more and more fights. We could also see maybe some violence with some protests and stuff, but I feel that there's going to be lots of global conflicts. I feel global conflicts with, I feel there's going to be something going on in the Middle East. I feel conflicts between the illegal immigrants, the invaders, and the citizens of all the countries. I feel there's going to be protests. I just feel like there's going to be lots of conflicts and battles this week. Okay. Also, we got the Page of Water. We got the Page of Water and the Eight of Water. So, okay, this is equivalent to the Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Okay? Now the Page of Cups is news and surprise, and the Eight of Water and the Eight of Cups is walking away. There's going to be somebody, a surprise. I feel like somebody's going to be walking away from their post. I feel there's going to be some big political leader that is going to be walking away and resigning. Okay? Somebody's going to be resigning this week. Okay? And we got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay? I feel this person could be, I don't know if it's part of the military. either part of the military or a governmental position, okay? I feel that somebody big is going to be walking away or resigning from their job this week, or walking away, okay? Because listen, we got a surprise. This is a surprise. This is somebody walking away. This is somebody that is, let's put it this way, embarrassed, regret, resentful, disappointed. And this is somebody that is in kind of like a government position, somebody who has been very much misusing money, has been very selfish. Look at that. The Knight of Eight. Look at that card. Look at how she's holding on to her money. So I feel it's somebody that's misused money. Oh, this could be Fanny. I'm getting Fanny. I think this could be Fanny, folks. I think we might find out that if it's not Fanny, I'm pretty surprised if it's not Fanny, but I think that Fanny might step down, okay? If she doesn't step down, she's going to be thrown off, okay? This could be Fanny. If it's not Fanny, which I'm surprised, I'd be very surprised, somebody's going to be either stepping down, resigning, or they're going to be ousted, okay? And I feel this is a big leader. This is somebody in a leadership government position, okay? So this could be Fanny. If it's not Fanny, then it's somebody big. Again, let's reiterate this. Somebody who's in a government position, somebody who's a leadership, who's in charge of funds or money, somebody who has a big, is somebody that is in charge of like money or some kind of physical material, like who's in charge of funds and money, some kind of big physical position, a material position, and they have been not doing the right thing. They've been very selfish. They haven't been serving, and I feel like they've been squandering and misusing. They've definitely misused their power. They've misused funds. They've been very selfish. They haven't served the public. And this is also somebody that's been hiding information and withholding information and not being forthright. Okay. All right. And the last card was the Hermit card. So this is, the Hermit card is things coming out into the light. The Hermit card is somebody who obviously who doesn't spend a lot of time in the public. This is somebody that's very low key, that doesn't spend time in the public, somebody who's a loner. This is also somebody that's like a star seed, somebody who is very, very patient. This is also a Galactic and ET card. Okay. So with the Hermit card is that I'm getting that this is somebody, we're also going to see the removal of somebody who's been in the shadows. Okay. There's going to be some kind of surprise revealing of somebody who's going to be walking away from some type of like secret position. There's some kind of somebody that's been in hiding, that hasn't been in the forefront, who's been in the background, is going to come out into the light, and there's going to be some reveals. Okay? Just saying. Because the Hermit card, this is somebody, like I said, we know what the Hermit card is. Somebody that doesn't go out, somebody that's not very social, somebody that's hidden. So I feel that this week there could be a few people that are going to be walking away, that are either going to be resigning, or they are going to be fired or let go. But this is big, okay? Could be Fanny. If it's not Fanny, it's another somebody that's in either a military position. If it's not a military position, it's a leadership position. Because of the fact that this is a knight, it could be somebody that's in charge of some kind of military, maybe the border, but somebody who has been misusing funds, somebody who has not been forthright, somebody who has not been serving the public good. And there's also somebody, is going to be revealed that somebody that has been, let's put it this way, I'm getting that there's some kind of leader that's been hidden, that has been doing some horrible things, nefarious things, is also going to be coming into the light. And they're also going to be going bye-bye. Okay? So that's what I'm getting globally. Also, I do think, too, there are going to be more reveals. Again, there's something. Who is this? This could be Obama. Could this be Obama? Maybe. Yeah, because this could be Obama. We might be hearing more about Obama this week, that he's been really running the country. Yeah, it's probably Obama. All right. If I were to guess and use my intuition, I would say Fannie and Obama news is coming out this week. Okay. Again, lots of struggles, lots of conflicts, lots of battles, surprises, reveals, messages, news. People are going to be resigning and or fired. They're going to be axed, they're going to be fired, and they're going to lose their jobs, or they're going to resign and walk away in disgrace. Leaders, people that have been in leadership positions that have been unscrupulous, that have been corrupt, that have been misusing funds, total corruption, total treason. And some of these people have been behind the scenes and are hidden. However, these are the people that are basically the puppet masters that haven't been in the forefront. Okay? So that's that, folks. Wow, that global reading is quite interesting. Well, folks, it is going to be an event-packed week. It's going to be an eventful week, is it not? Well, my Soul Tribe family, I've missed you. However, we all need a break. We all need a little vacay. What can I say, folks? I'm glad to be back. I've missed you and I love you all. So I will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on with the Prince of Peace for some contendido muy caliente. And in English, that means very, very hot content. If you're interested in taking my March tarot reading class, please email me. My email is in the description of this video. As always, if you are interested in getting a 30-minute, 60-minute or soul therapy session from me, Lady D, my website is also in the description of this video. Be good, folks. I love you all. If you did not catch the channel I did earlier, from the Council of Light, I made a video. Please do so. I will be probably doing at least a channel from the Council of Light in a video, maybe once or twice a week, depending when they come. Forgive yourself, forgive others. We're almost there. Don't give up, don't give in. Make sure to give yourself a little break, a little vacay, unplug, unwind, because this is the calm before the storm. So conserve your energy and get ready. We're almost there. We're on the precipice, folks. All right, I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.